Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol. There was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them. Bravo, Rael. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lamani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. But I was already up there. Why didn't you just have me do that when I was there before? Fine, let me get my warrior quest. Sweat, grime, and blood. You reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? Well, I have this order slip. An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam and perfume, Costa del Sol. And there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gagaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Drest and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Kate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bierglint, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you goobue urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. I have some bad news. I take it he said no. Really, in those words? I cannot say that I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Birgleint to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending to the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. It's a wild thing to ask. I'm gonna go do this real quick. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish! I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. What if you talk to the other one first? Or do they both say no? Bacchus wine? Ugh, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my god's damned house. That's awkward. No luck, Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet. I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I'm still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritskilt can tell you where to find him. Drest? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gill when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you have a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. I'm, laughing about this because we, stumbled across this hermit's place by accident. I don't remember what we were doing out here. And there were people, just in there RPing. At least we assumed they were RPing because they were standing really close to each other and not anywhere near the NPC, and yep. And that is my most recent memory of this place where we are about to go. mean, he's got like one scar. What? What do you want? Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Ugh. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Okay, you got it. Don't worry. Right, 5. I have shit to do, man. No, don't sneeze on me. You sure do respawn fast. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. Even after what my comrades and I did to your country. What? We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Go back this way. You don't see me. I guess I'm kind of like high level, actually. Yes, I did consider just teleporting back. because I am running out of time to record, but you know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. It has been some time, Rael. What news do you have of Drest? Stick, but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I. Two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Rael. Hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and an unusual odor. Thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Oh, hello again? What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? Well, I chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. Found them near the juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh goobue tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast? If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gooboos are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Yeah, that's I got this, bro. Don't worry. Oh, it's like literally right over here. Oh, right, because that's... yeah. Shesmu. I don't want you to sneeze. Alright, yeah, no, just... I know, it's lazy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. What did Drest have to say, Rael? Tell me everything. Aha! I was right. This smell, this texture, I hold in my hands a bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... 12 is my witness that it is a bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Berglaint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be... A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. Should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gergeruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Rael. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Yes, thank you. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Weeskate. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, and I think I've said it like 4 different ways. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it. But I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Oh, why don't you guys come to the party? I'm gonna go down there. And they're gonna say, go back and invite him to the party. And I'm gonna say, yeah. And then I'm gonna do it, but next time. I think that, like... Oh, maybe it's not young. Wait, it used to be that you could go down there from here. Oh, maybe over here. Yeah. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me, so what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Oh. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Rael. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. But I guess should it be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in their own honor? And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. Oh. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Y'shtola! Lady Rhysto! 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now. She must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Rael has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath. Are you about to tell me that you're the company of heroes? I already figured that out. That any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe, against whom they have no hope of victory, is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Rael with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She is a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Rael, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Pshh! Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Rael Rhysto, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Rael Rhysto, Titan's Bane. Rael Rhysto, Titan's Bane! It's got a nice ring to it. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Those could use a graphics upgrade for sure, What? I don't know what my cat just knocked over. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Pshh! Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. He didn't really come to rescue. Ah, Rael, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Rael. This is but once more. Trust in your experience. I can't. And you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude... You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Rael. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. And we shall next time. That's gonna be all for this one because I have another game to get to. So thanks for watching.